Why is my pregnancy dated from last period?
Because while you may not remember how you got pregnant, you likely remember when you did not need tampons anymore this month.
I think I know when I got pregnant.
The conception could be a couple of days after the likely day you ovulated.
So the day we may have made the kid is only a guesstimate of when the pregnancy started.
The date of the last period, in contrast, is a certainty.
I've heard there are other ways they date pregnancies.
They can date a pregnancy approximately based on a physical exam and how big you are, but that can vary.
Yeah, based on whether I'm eating for 2 and the baby is a 0.1, or carrying twins.
An ultrasound can set the date of conception rather clearly.
I know, they measure the kid crown to rump in the early stages, and the growth is a known curve unless the mom is on so bad a diet the baby is not growing.
And the doctor can date the period from the first time you know you're pregnant via the date of last period, without having to break out a sonogram machine.
Doing a sonogram is standard procedure.
True, but the date of last period is accurate enough unless you had spotting at the 4-week mark as a mini period and you're a month off.
Women can have spotting for other reasons.
You'll see some spotting when the embryo implants, though that's rarely mistaken for a period unless you're having a miscarriage.
If I had a miscarriage, I would not be pregnant.
Another advantage of last monthly period is that it sets a standard measure for dating pregnancies, versus different measures of when you conceived and when you think you ovulated.
Not everyone knows when they had the last period, or are not sure because of other types of bleeding.
Ultrasounds can measure the size of the gestational sac and give an estimate, but even in that case, they default to the last menstrual period or LMP unless the ultrasound shows the LMP is really off.
What would make them really off?
You were so stressed out that your period skipped, and so you aren't as far along as you thought. Your hormones are so off due to PCOS or a thyroid that you haven't had a period in 3 months but conceived the one time you ovulated.
Whereas date of last period is 99% certain that you were not pregnant before then.